With this video, I will most likely start a new playlist dedicated to the topic of religion and the Bible. This has interested me for a long time. I will start with the prophecy of Daniel. Then perhaps I will voice my father's book in memory of him. The fact is, his novel was written about Jesus Christ from an atheistic point of view. Thus, my interest in this topic has a familial nature. Before I quote the prophecy of the prophet Daniel, I want to talk about such a phenomenon as the prophecy of double fulfillment or even triple fulfillment. Sometimes I have even heard from some experts in theology about the existence of so-called telescopic prophecies. These are the prophecies that are fulfilled multiple times. Let me give an example. For instance, there is a known prophecy of Daniel. On the wing of the sanctuary will be the abomination of desolation, and the final predetermined destruction will befall the desolator. It is believed that this prophecy was first fulfilled around 167 BC, when Antiochus IV Epiphanes desecrated the Jerusalem temple. He set up an altar to the pagan god Zeus, sacrificed a pig, and banned Jewish rituals. The second fulfillment was already predicted by Jesus, but with a reference to Daniel. When you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel standing in the holy place, and this prophecy Jesus applies to the future destruction of the temple in 70 AD. Then the Roman legions entered the temple and burned it. By the way, a witness to this event, the destruction of Jerusalem, was the famous Roman historian Josephus Flavius. And the third telescopic fulfillment of this prophecy many interpreters see in the fact that the last worldwide abomination of desolation will be under the Antichrist at the end of times, meaning it has not yet been fulfilled. This prophecy can be considered telescopic. The prophet Daniel saw events from Antiochus to our times as one peak. This is a classic such telescope of 3 peaks. And now, when you have an idea that prophecies can be fulfilled multiple times, I return again to the prophet Daniel, book 9, verse or sentence 24, and quote his famous prophecy with numbers. 77s are determined for your people and your holy city to finish transgression, to seal up sins, to atone for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. So know and understand, from the time the word goes out to restore Jerusalem to the anointed one, the ruler, there is another translation, to the Messiah, 7 sevens and 62 sevens. And the people will return, and the streets and walls will be rebuilt, but in difficult times. After 62 sevens, the anointed one will be put to death, and will have nothing, and the city and the sanctuary will be destroyed by the people of the ruler who will come, and its end will be like a flood, and desolations are decreed until the end of the war. And he will confirm a covenant with many for 1 7, but in the middle of the 7, sacrifice and offering will cease, and on the wing of the sanctuary will be the abomination of desolation, and the final predetermined destruction will befall the desolator. As we see in this prophecy, unlike many others, specific numbers are mentioned. It is known that this prophecy is associated, as I have already mentioned, with Antiochus IV, who first desecrated the temple. And also this prophecy is associated with the coming of Jesus Christ. 77s are translated as 490 years, that is 70 multiplied by 7. But I decided to take a different approach. The fact is, on the 6th of December 2017, Jerusalem was restored as the capital of the modern state of Israel. Based on this date, counting from this date, from the 6th of December 2017, These numbers I will try to arrive at specific calendar dates. I consider these 77s as 70 times 49 days, because for me a 7 is 7 multiplied by 7, 49 days. Thus, until the Lord Christ, there are 7 sevens and 62 sevens, that is 69 sevens. 69 multiplied by 49. This amounts to 3,381 days. And if you add this number of days to the date of the restoration of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, we arrive at the 10th of March 2027. This will be the beginning of a certain process, which will be similar to the appearance of Jesus Christ. Here the word similar is very important. The next important date is 77. If you convert it into days, we arrive at the 28th of April 2027. By this time, there will apparently be some conclusion to the process described by the prophet Daniel, a likeness of what the prophet Daniel described. So there is not long to wait. Already next year in 27, in the spring on the 10th of March and the 28th of April 2027, according to this hypothesis of mine, some important events for Israel may take place. All the best. Goodbye.